is GGB Coast Poppers, and we're getting straight into this game. They're gonna run this third quarter game play. Sometimes when you shut down the game and the game isn't over, for some reason it'll go back a play and pretend the play didn't happen. So, if we're wondering why that play happened and not another one that you saw in the third quarter, it just happened that way. I'm sorry. I couldn't keep watching the game continuously I had something to do. So, fortunately, that's what had to happen. But it's okay. Coming in this fourth quarter, the Pac-12's up 17-10. They're gonna at least score a field goal on this drive. So the next two drives are must scores for fumble. For the FCS Division II, Division III. What a missed opportunity. Could have recovered that fumble, taken it maybe to the house, tied the game up. Instead, they're going to take a 2-possession lead. And this next drive for the smaller school Packers is pretty much a must-score drive. It's a very important drive. You got to score. Technically, you don't. I'd bet you get like 3 more possessions out of this game, but you definitely, it's just if you don't score here, you definitely are gonna not have the momentum and stuff. It's bad if you don't score here on the next drive for the FCS Division II, Division III Packers. I like this game to be close because it's really the best game we've had so far this year. Anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying it. It's hype. Very good game so far. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the draft a few nights ago and yesterday. So, it's been a great couple of days for NFL teams. A few months, and probably in a month or so, we're going to start our 32-day-long series of how I think each NFL team is going to do next year. So, hit the like button and subscribe and comment down below if you think that's a good idea. Nice return by Tariq Cohen. But Jimmy G definitely needs to lead his team to a touchdown here. He's only had 1 touchdown. That was his opening drive. He's really not done anything other than that this game. Honestly, it's been a pretty low-scoring game. But Pac-12 defense has been tight. It's been amazing. But if you're the smaller schools here, you got to score on this drive. This is a must-score drive for them. Okay, so let's see what Jimmy G draws up here. So he's under pressure. He throws it short. Breaks the tackle. And face mask. So they're going to get even more yardage out of that play than they did. So, bad play by Richard Sherman, but this is a very good game overall. So just to remind everyone, whoever ends up winning this game will be moving on. Great play after the catch by Delanie Walker, but whoever wins this game will be moving on to the conference championship against the SEC Browns. The SEC Browns being the number 1 seed in the playoffs, so big trouble coming for whoever wins this game. And tomorrow, we'll be having the conference championship. Probably. I bet this game doesn't go into overtime. There hasn't been an overtime game all year. But, so Jimmy G drops back to pass. He scans the field, throws it over the middle, and Delanie Walker picks up a good 4 yards. Or 3 yards, I guess. Bring it up a 2nd and 7. You're already at the Pac-12 Panthers 38-yard line. So, we're definitely probably in field goal range for Greg Zuerlein. But they definitely need to make some plays here on this drive if they want to come out on top in this game. So, let's see. Jimmy G's going 5 wide again. I'd be targeting Thielen or Tyreek Hill. So they bring a blitz here. He's time to throw. He throws it over the middle, and it's actually incomplete to Adam Thielen. Probably the only guy that was covered as tightly as he was. But he decides to go to him instead of, literally anyone else. But let's see what Jimmy G in this offense comes up with this 3rd and 7. 38-yard line. This is going to be a long field goal. Not going to lie. So, anyways, Jimmy G drops back to pass. He has time to throw. He throws it. Nice throw to Cooper Kupp, who picks up even more yards after he's hit. Goes all the way to the 14-yard line. And Cooper Kupp has definitely been... Oh, wait, I am sorry. That was not Cooper Kupp. That's Dallas Goedert, who hasn't really made a play all game long. But he steps up in this time of need. Goes, picks up that first down. And honestly... he's a very talented tight end. We could end up starting for this team in a couple of years. If Adam Troutman from this year's draft doesn't turn out to be great. But, so they bring their fullback, Kyle Juszczyk, onto the field on the 1st and 10 play. Might be a handoff to Eckler. Yep, they go run, quickly stuffed. Eckler picks up practically no yardage. Actually goes backwards 1 yard. Another tackle for Eric Kendricks. I don't know who else, if anyone else is feeling this, but his hair just freaks me out whenever I see it. It's just like going into his helmet and his head. It's just absolutely horrifying. They need to come up with something to stop it from, phasing through his skull. But 2 minutes gone in this final quarter for the Packers, so they definitely got to get moving on this drive. Definitely don't want to waste time when you're down by 10 points. So they go run. Ooh, nice juke move, but he ends up going backwards from where he would have been. Only picking up 1 yard, bringing up a 3rd and 10. So, definitely need to make a play here if they want to pick up this first down. Out route might work with Adam Thielen or Delaney. Tyreek Hill, I don't think as much is that great of a route runner in this game. So, they actually go... little dump-off pass to... Dang it, who is it? I don't know. Oh, Delaney Walker, and he picks up the first down. Gets it all the way to the 2-yard line. So you really have to score here. This is an excellent opportunity for the FCS Division II, Division III Packers to score. You're not going to get many opportunities like this from the 2-yard line. You definitely need to punch it here on this drive. So... that's just what you need to do if you're the Packers here. So they're sitting at the 2-yard line. I don't know why they're even looking at the pylon cam. This did not come close, but clock's still running. 3 minutes are gone from this final quarter. So they go goal line defense, and they tackle him for a huge loss all the way to the 4-yard line. Loss of 2. Big tackle by Clark. So, running it here is not the best way to go, in my opinion. You definitely do not have the pressure up front that you would love to have. The Pac-12 defensive line is stout, so I feel like trying to do that would be a mistake. But they go 5 wide here, 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Let's see what Jimmy G has in him. So it's time to throw. He throws it short. Touchdown. Catch. By. Who the heck is it? I'm sorry, that's not me, but I don't know who that is. Is it Tyreek? Might be Tyreek. Nope. Gosh. Oh, I forgot his name. What's his name? Williams. Tyrell Williams, the 5th-string wide receiver, coming out onto the field, making the play when he's needed most. What a great play by Mr. Tyrell Williams. Probably only catch of the game he's going to have, but it's a big one, making this game 17-20. Now, the Panthers still have this under their grasp. They just need to have a nice long drive, score on it, preferably a touchdown if you're a Pac-12 fan. But Aaron Rodgers definitely needs to get going here. Punching it into the end zone would be huge for him. Zerline's about to kick it off. So let's see what plays the Ron Rivera and Aaron Rodgers have schemed up here today to try and go win on this final drive. So, Zerline is going to kick it away, and it goes all the way out the back of the end zone. Aaron Rodgers was getting at his own 25-yard line. So, if you're a smaller schools fan, your defense has really got to be stout. Lock up on Brandon Cooks, who has been the real threat here today for him. They've been doing a pretty good job of locking up on Keenan Allen and Robert Woods, but Brandon Cooks has really been a problem down the field for him with speed, the speedster out of Oregon State. But if you're the Pac-12, you got to be going to the guys that have been making the most plays for you, and that's really Brandon Cooks. But Christian McCaffrey in a strong ground game would not hurt you on this drive, especially when you're trying to chew as much time off this clock as possible. But, again, 11 minutes. The Packers, they can give up a whole bunch. They can even give up a field goal on this drive. There's a lot of time left, and the Panthers are only up by 7. So, the field goal doesn't really do them much good here, except for forcing the Packers to get a touchdown to take the lead. So they go, pick up the first down. And you got to let this clock chew if you're Ron Rivera and the Pac-12 Panthers. Just let the clock bleed out. You don't need to hurry up here. But instead, for some reason, they're going to snap this, and then there's going to be 15 seconds left on this play clock that they got to shoot away. So they go straight up run with Christian McCaffrey. He goes absolutely nowhere. Bringing up a 2nd and 9. 10 minutes remaining in this fourth quarter of action, and it's definitely an interesting one. So I hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am producing it. But very interesting 2nd and 9 situation. Let's see if they run it with Christian McCaffrey. They actually go past. They bring the blitz, and they get it to Keenan Allen once again on this drive. And Keenan Allen is definitely a place to go when you want to make sure the guy catches the ball. But Brandon Cooks is the bigger playmaker here. He's been doing the most here for the Pac-12 today, and if he wins, he's going to be a big reason why. So Aaron Rodgers goes 5 wide. The Pac-12, the smaller schools bring the 4-man rush. They dump it off, only picking up about 4 yards. So that's actually not that bad. 4 yards is a good amount on a play like that. Pierre Desir makes the tackle. And they've done a pretty good job of getting down the field and chewing the clock so far. About 2 minutes taken off this clock. So they bring a 3 tight end set with Christian McCaffrey on the field. So big plays here. So they actually go run with Christian McCaffrey. He picks up the first down. And it's looking not great for this smaller school's defense. But, yeah, they're sitting at the 36-yard line. So, I don't know if Mason Crosby can make this field goal. It is a longing for him. So, they go what looks like another running set for Christian McCaffrey, but he's quickly stuffed this time. 35-yard line. But, again, 3 minutes off this clock so far. The Pac-12 has done a pretty good job of chewing clock, but it doesn't really matter if you're the smaller schools. I mean, obviously, you would want time if they somehow get in this end zone. But you have the time to go down there and get a touchdown easy with Jimmy G. So they go 3 tight end set. Christian McCaffrey runs and picks up a good amount of yardage, 6 yards approximately. Brings up a 3rd and 2. So definitely 3rd and 2. So it could be. This is really the ideal place to be if you want a 3rd down play. You can go slants or curls here, or you could go run. There's really no wrong answer here for 3rd and 2. So they actually hand it off to Philip Lindsay, who hasn't had really a carry all day, but he picks up a big first down for him. First rush, 11 yards, but it's a big one for him. Gets it all the way to the smaller school's 17-yard line. So it's going to be really interesting because if they somehow force a field goal here, it is a 17-23 ball game, which is still a one-possession game for this smaller school's team. But they have already chewed off about 4 minutes off the clock here on this drive. So you definitely do not want to let them in this end zone. Be absolutely horrible if you do. So they go screen pass here to what looks like Robert Woods, quickly stuffed. Oh, I'm sorry, Brandon Cooks. 2nd and 10. And we could see, Pac-12 has done a good job of driving down this football field and chewing clock. About 5 minutes have gone away on this drive, which is really limiting the FCS Division II, Division III Packers' chance of coming back in this game. So you go pitch Christian McCaffrey. He's tackled for about a 3-yard gain. Brings up a 3rd and 8. So definitely different situation here for the Pac-12. But if anything, they've done a good job of chewing clock and looking like they could pick up. They're probably going to pick up a field goal on this drive. So let's see what the smaller schools does here defensively. So they bring a 4-man rush, drop people, throws it over the middle, picks up the first down with Zach Ertz, and they continue their drive. I don't know why they were happy about that. Zach Ertz picks up a huge first down for the Pac-12. So this is really hurting if you're a Packers fan, or I'm sorry, a smaller schools fan. It's just They've chewed it all the way down to about 5 minutes left here. About 6 minutes have been taken off the clock, and it looks like they might score a touchdown on this drive. So they hand it off to Christian McCaffrey. They stop him for about a 2-yard gain. But again, they can keep chewing this clock. And if they do it wisely, they can chew about, see, second down. I'd say about 120 seconds off this clock. That's about 2 minutes. They can get this all the way down to about 2 minutes or whatever. And then they could still get a touchdown on this drive. So they have Trey Madden on the field. So they go goal line. And they force a fumble. Oh, that's a killer if you're the Pac-12, 3rd fumble of the day for Aaron Rodgers. And that was the drive that if you get in this end zone, it is practically game over for the smaller schools. They'd have to score very quickly, and then they'd have to make sure you don't get any first downs on the next drive. So it wouldn't be impossible for them, but man, do the smaller schools save their butt by forcing a fumble. But Jimmy G still has to drive the length of this field and pick up, at the very least, a field goal in these 4.5 minutes left. They can still get one more possession as long as they don't waste their timeouts on this drive. But Jimmy G is on one. This is either going to be his last possession or second to last possession. So this one really counts here. So Jimmy G drops back to pass. He has time to throw, considering it's only a 3-man rush, and Adam Thielen picks up a good 8 yards there, bringing up a 2nd and 2. So 4 minutes left, approximately, in this game. So this definitely looks like a game. It's possible this one goes to overtime, and there's 3 outcomes, obviously. The Pac-12 could stop them here, or force a interception or a fumble or something, and just straight up win this game. Pac-12, it's very possible, okay? Jimmy G could also drive down this football field and get a touchdown. That would probably win the game. And then you have a possibility that they just drive down this field and get a field goal, send the game to overtime, which would mean that tomorrow, instead of having the first quarter of the conference championship, we will be having the overtime game. We would be having the overtime game of this game. So, a lot of different ways this could turn out, but let's see what Jimmy G decides to do here on this 1st and 10. So he's time to throw. He throws it short over the middle to Tyreek Hill. Picks up a good 8 yards. Fortunately, they're going down the field slowly, really. But they definitely have time for that, considering they have 3 minutes and they have all 3 of their timeouts, if they're considering this their final drive. So, definitely, there's some danger with just trying to go slowly down this football field, but at least you would give the other team no time to reciprocate. So, they pick up the first down with Adam Thielen. Pick up the 2nd and 2. So, they're going to have to call at least a couple more plays before 2-minute warning. And they're sitting at their own 35-yard line. So you definitely want to get closer for reserve line. But you also don't want to leave the Pac-12 with too much time remaining to go down and get a game-winning field goal. Ideally, you'd get the game-winning touchdown on this drive. But I don't know if that's possible for this smaller school Packers team. I don't know if they're going to even get the snap off before the 2-minute warning. I just don't know. Yeah, I just don't think they are. So, 2-minute warning coming up. The smaller schools are sitting at their own 42-yard line in a nail biter at the end of this game. Jimmy G definitely can drive on this Pac-12 defense. We've seen him get into the end zone twice now, but they definitely need to drive down this football field and at the very least get a field goal if they want to continue playing in this conference of champions tournament. So bringing up a 3rd and inches, going to the short pass to Austin Eckler. So they're sitting at 1:45 here. Definitely need to get a lot closer to get Zerline in field goal range, and they just don't seem to. They finally call a timeout, but they wasted about 4 or 5 seconds that they could have saved on their clock. Bad time management by Matt LaFleur. So, anyways, let's see what the Packers can do on their final drive. It's a very hype game, very interesting so far. 3rd and inches, and I'm just wondering if they don't get it, will they go for it on 4th and inches? I'm guessing so, considering they called the timeout. So they go screen pass here, throw it out to Eckler, and Eckler, he's so much room if he cut to the right instead of going back inside. That makes you sick as a smaller schools fan, but gets it to their own 48-yard line. 1.5 minutes remaining in this game. So they decided to go screen pass here. I feel like if he keeps going to the right, then he has more room to run, but he decides not to do that, not pick up as much yardage as I think he could. So he dumps it off to Eckler, and he picks up a good 6 yards. So they're sitting at 1 minute right now. They have 2 timeouts remaining, and they're sitting at the 45 of the Pac-12 team. So they definitely have time, and they definitely have the resources to kick this field goal. And they only need probably about 10 more yards to be in solid field goal range for Greg Zuerlein. So he's time to throw. Throws it out to Thielen. Thielen picks up a good 11 yards. And 1st and 10, the 34-yard line. And that's about, I'd say they're in Zuerlein field goal range at this point. Maybe another 5-10 yards to get pretty comfortable. So they call the timeout here. 31 seconds left. You definitely want to save that last timeout so that you don't have to rush the field goal unit out onto the team. You can take a timeout. Get ready to send the field goal unit out, and don't end up not being able to kick the field goal at the end of the game because you didn't do clock management wisely. Okay, it's 31 seconds left. They bring a blitz. Jimmy G throws it deep downfield, almost picked, but good defense by the receiver. Bringing up a 2nd and 10. 27 seconds left in this 4th quarter of action. Zuerlein has the chance to send this to overtime. Even if they don't pick up any more yards, they're definitely in his field goal range. But maybe pick up a couple more yards to make this simple on him. So anyways, they bring a blitz. He drops back to throw, and he ends up throwing an incomplete pass. And you think you'd want to get at least a couple more yards, like I said before. So Zuerlein's in definite field goal range, because this is a chance to either tie the game or lose it here. So you can win this game with 24 seconds left, though. Definitely a possibility. So Jimmy G has time to throw. He throws it. Nice throw out route to, I want to say Delaney. Yeah, Delaney Walker picks up the 1st down. They call the timeout with 11 seconds left, and it looks like they're going to settle for the field goal. Even though they could take a couple shots at the end zone, try to win the game. Maybe throw up a jump ball to Adam Thielen. But they decided they're probably not going to do that. They're going to go with the field goal. And we might be seeing our first overtime game tomorrow. Tomorrow. Not today. We're not seeing it today. We'll be seeing it tomorrow if it's overtime. So, Pac-12 decides to try to ice this kicker. Try to ice Zuerlein. Let's see if it works. It's a pretty short field goal, so it should be a pretty easy make for... Oh my gosh, Eric Kendricks, your hair is disturbing me. And I would like it to stop. Stop. Anyways, Zuerlein's gonna kick it They're icing him right now. So let's see if he's able to fight through it and get it through the upright. So he kicks it. It's good. It's up. 8 seconds remaining. And barring some crazy miraculous return or a Miami Miracle-like situation, we will be seeing overtime tomorrow. So check in. Monday game tomorrow. Overtime. So definitely check that out tomorrow. It's going to be very interesting. So one of our most interesting games so far of the series. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it so far. And we will get to seeing an amazing ending to this game. Either with a miracle here or some overtime tomorrow. So, see, big kickoff here. Let's see if Zerline decides to put it short or go deep, try to put it out the back of the end zone. So they go back of the end zone approach. Pac-12 gets it at the 25-yard line. Anyways, I just like to stay straight up. Thank you guys for watching these videos. If you have any ideas for future videos I should make, any tournaments, maybe just me playing Madden by myself, anything to make this coronavirus thing better for all you guys out there, makes me happy whenever I make these videos. So any comments, any ideas for future videos, just post them below. Also, just if you're enjoying these videos, guys, please, comments make me so happy. It makes me happy that people are actually watching this video. Hitting the like button every time those little thumbs up come up, that makes me so happy in life. One of the best things in life, in my opinion. And also, if you have the chance to be my 17th subscriber, please hit that button. It means a lot to me. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is GGB, co-host Pepper saying adios amigos.